I think it's
the discussion we're and
women.
I don't even know what she is, a shooting guard for the Indiana Fever. Okay, what started with Sophie Cunningham? Okay, what started with Sophie Cunningham? The I don't even know guard for the Indiana Fever. All forward. It started with her saying that women should play women's basketball. So this is literally the discussion we're having now, and it is as asinine as it sounds. It is that. But people want to be a part of a new civil rights movement so bad that they have to invent subjugated classes of people to pretend to fight for. They're literally, it's a make-believe game. So people want to associate with noble causes. You know, this is why we have fiction, we have stories. In the movie K-pop Demon Hunters, there are a bunch of demons. There's a head demon, and he sends demons into the world, and we need the K-pop girls and girl groups generally to fight against them. And isn't that awesome? They don't exist. Okay, no, but you missed the part right before the they don't exist thing. And it was they were awesome. Ah, now isn't that a shining beacon, a golden pellet, a golden kernel surrounded by a larger pile of delusional shit that happens to encase it. But if it makes me look awesome, then I don't care if it's fictional. So that's why the resistance, the rebellion in Star Wars, yeah, Star Wars is not a thing. The Empire doesn't exist. And you aren't Luke Skywalker, and you aren't one of these women who happen to run the rebellion. Which is not the case. It's not the case. And women, oh Lord, you're so deeply troubling. And this is going to be an introspection. And this is going to be an inspection. And and this is troubling. And this is going to be an inspection, an investigation into the nature of women. And also, I'll just open it up and let's just move the Overton window. I'll start with this. Women, do we need them? Because I saw the national anthem, saw the national anthem of our country sung, and this is not AI. And this happened. And this was at a. First of all, this song rendition is as bad, literally as bad as I've ever heard it. It's a professional baseball. It's where patriotism goes to die. First of all, this song rendition is as bad, literally as bad as I've ever heard it. It's where patriotism goes to die. It's where patriotism goes eviscerated. This was at something called to be eviscerated. This was at something called female professional baseball. Professional baseball? What? What? Is it softball? Okay. First of all, there's a new female umpire in the major leagues of baseball, and she sucks. She's a terrible referee. Sorry, umpire. She cannot call balls and strikes. Like literally her only job. But this was sung at the beginning of some game. At the beginning of some game. You know, people say, oh, if women could rule the world, if women ran things, things would be better. Would they? Would they? Let's listen to this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we...
Look at the woman in the back. Look at her, the military lesbianism of this. And it's the WPBL, Professional Baseball League. Oh my God, what is the shelf life of this? And look at this girl. Was she a flapper back in the days? I like how they're trying to sing the melody, and this black woman is just butchering. This is just a machete job on this. This is just a machete job on this song. Don't crossfade to our flag. Our flag is limp for a reason.
At the twilight's last gleaming.
Cotton was a mistake. Slavery was a mistake. Slavery was a mistake. Did you hear the Did you hear the vibrato on that? Oh God, this song gets higher. You're aware of that, right?
Who's brought stripes and bright stars?
Who's brought stripes and bright stars? I think it was a bunch of white men. Actually, I think those were the dudes bringing the shit and killing people and like erecting tents and like erecting tents and killing the savages so that you could sit there and do your hair and makeup and get your mani-pedis and get your little fringe. What is this? What do they call? What do they call these little things? What is the decorative thing happening here? And by the way, this lesbian is like giving you the male gaze. Look at the life we have allowed you people to exist in. Look at the life we have allowed you people to occupy. Allowed you. Look at the life we have allowed you people to occupy. So don't sit there and ask open-ended. So don't sit there and ask open-ended questions. Who brought stars and bright stripes? It's white men. That's who.
Through the perilous fight.
The cutaway, and there are grins. Like, what in the hell? Put your hand over your tit? Are you kidding me?
The ramparts we watched were so gay.
This woman was about to hood up. She had had enough. Look at this.
Were so gallantly streaming. And the rock.
No, that's not even a note. Like that's not on the scale. That is a piercing shriek. Where is she starting that? That is an Amber Alert. Jesus.
Ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red.
Oh, you added spittle in the middle. Spittle in the middle, but you got much back. What the fucking hell? And the rockets red flare. Don't make eye contact with me when you're hitting that note.
Red rockets, the rocket, and the rockets red glare.
You know, I honestly think do you know that I honestly think Stephen Hawking could sing? Do you know that I honestly think Stephen Hawking could sing? Do you know that I honestly think Stephen Hawking could sing this song better? With his voice box? No added filter, just... And the rocket's red glare. The bombs in air. Push me, and then just touch me. Because I can get my satisfaction. Ticket. Satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me. I can get my
The bombs bursting in air gave.
forget bursting in air. We need a drone strike, like right there. And look at this. The players out on the field for the first day of the women's. Is that a headless woman? What? What? Wait, I'm trying to anthropomorphize that shape. And where is her head? What the fuck? What in the hell is happening? That person buried their head? Okay. Apparently a head can retract. And they've stood out on the diamond, which is the shape of a vagina. Vajayjay. Who had Devin mentioning vajayjay under 5 minutes? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is torture.
Through the night, still there.
She delayed the dramatic pause. Still there. God, what flavor she is adding. Look at Zendaya, man. She's everywhere.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
No.
of the brave?
Oh, what in the actual fuck was that? And now, I mean, honestly, it's so bad, you actually think it might be AI. What is this guy doing here? How is he associated? Just awful, freaking awful. So that's just... So that's just... So that is our precursor. This is to get you in the mood. So that is just to get you in the mood for what we're about to discuss, which is more female sports, professional sports. They're doing it. They're trying their thing. It's a totally shit tier version of what males do, but they want to have their stuff. And, you know, they like being awesome. Remember, we're the rebellion. K-pop Demon Hunter. So watch.
Our player Caitlin Clark was kept away from reporters last night after posting a triple-double as she continues to face race-based attacks. And then Clark's head coach, Stephanie White, well, she didn't want biological men kicked out of women's sports, and she made that pretty clear.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is what is so fascinating. This is the coach. This is the sinewy, rat-like lesbian dyke. The sinewy, rat-like lesbian dyke coach. I'm sorry, fabulous, amazing gay woman. Coach of the Indiana Fever. Now, she is using her, quote, platform. So Fox News is covering this not because the Indiana Fever beat the Portland Who Gives a Fucks in a WNBA game. They're not covering that, shockingly, but they are going to listen to this woman chime in and try to enlighten us all about biology, reality. It's actually an expose. It's actually an expose about the malleability, stupidity, and the audience capture. That's what it is. Women are audience captured. By who? Other women and society. Okay, these are people who cannot do push-ups or pull-ups. They need other people to like them. So they are constantly running a real-time calculation of what sounds can I make out of my mouth that you will like. I want you to like me. I need you to help me get that thing and open this fucking bottle. I want you to get the spider out of the fucking room. And I need you to be fully aware that I can't do pull-ups or push-ups. Okay, so now some of these lesbians can do push-ups, and so they think they're hot shit. And it's just like when it comes to integrity, when it comes to honor, when it comes to the truth, when it comes to living in accordance with reality, fuck your audience, fuck your Instagram, fuck your social network, fuck your ridiculous your ridiculously self-interested need to have other people like you. Okay. First of all, that's not working. So what you're saying is it's wildly malfunctioning. It's backfiring. It's not, everyone hates you. But like, think of the colossal waste of time that we are talking about our women and our men women. Like, this is just bizarre. This is a bizarre thing that we cannot get beyond. But right now we've whittled down. So like, there are moments in time where people are talking past each other. You're not really at the core issue. This woman saying what she's about to say is the core issue. What is wrong with our society? What is wrong with women? It is weakness personified. It is a total slap in the face to our collective advancement as a species. It is mind-numbing that she's about to go to bat for fucking men, cheating, and playing against women in a stupid-ass sport for women. Okay, this is the conversation we're having. No need to be having. No need to be having it, but it's this. But her weakness and having it, but her weakness and her pomposity, the fact that she thinks she's some noble fucking historical crusader for saying this shit. That's what's next level. It's not just that she's wrong. It's the way she presents herself as being so right and how, God, good Lord. The cuntnet, the cuntification. Dream of cuntifornication. She's so cuntified in the way she's talking down to us. Like, oh, we're not evolved like you. We think women are women.
That I would say that I'm educated enough from a scientific standpoint.
Scientific. She blinded me with science. Look at the sex appeal of that face, of that visage. That is this even a woman? I'm sitting here talking about how I know about what's a man and what's a woman. I actually don't now. But like, the fuck? Look at this ball busting nut non-feminine fuck. Busting non-feminine fuck. What is your point here? If non-feminine fuck. What is your point here if you're not even going to be pretty? What is the point? I'm not educated enough, scientifically speaking. Oh, right. We need a magnifying glass here. We need to really break out the chemistry set. To get into the nuance, the details of like what is a man, what is a woman. It's super it's like nuanced, and I love that they give themselves that little out. This is the same shit of like, this is the same shit as the chuds and the conspiracy theorists who just go, so look, I'm just a comedian, so take that everything I say, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but Oh, I'm not a scientist, but I don't think there's a difference between men and women.
I don't ever believe that exclusion is an answer.
So that is so quintessentially a female thing to say. I don't think exclusion is an answer. Let me run the translation for you. To exclude is bad. I think the word exclusion it's exclusive. You know, it's that's a bad thing because it's not inclusive. And inclusive is one of our good buzzwords. So good things are good, bad things are bad. I'm in favor of good things. Okay. Well then, so do you exclude exclusive people? No, I would like to include because I'm good. I hear the sounds coming out of my mouth. I want you to like me. Please, I want you to like me. I need you. Um, this goes back to my thing where, look, if you're on a first date with a girl, don't mention rape. Just don't mention rape. Okay? Don't do rape, but don't mention rape. Okay, this is as true a thing that has ever been uttered. Take this to heart. To heart. Here's a sentence you should not say. Hey, did you hear about that rape? Did you hear about that rape in the news? It was awful. Don't say that. Don't couch it. Don't do like a rape compliment sandwich. Don't say, I'm so against sexual assault and rape. I think it's ghastly and just atrociously evil. I hate the fact that some people do rape. I totally hate the people that rape. I hate all of those people. Don't say that. Don't say it because the word itself, the optics themselves matter more than what you're saying. So she says, exclusion is never the answer. 1,000,000% exclusion is the answer. How do you think that tracks onto her immigration policy? Hey, I think we should have borders and like rules and not let everyone in. Everyone in. So don't include everyone. That's not good. That's a bad sound. I think exclusion is never the answer. Exclusion is the answer all the fucking time. The reason there's a door in your room is because exclusion is awesome and needed and totally makes sense. It makes sense. Exclusion is what defines us. When what's his face chiseled Adam, David, the statue with the little dick. Totally anti-white propaganda, by the way. Totally anti-white propaganda, by the way. He was excluding clay. So he had to chisel the clay. Was it clay? Stone? I guess it's stone. He was chipping away at the stone. Okay, the finished product is the finished product is because of the exclusion of the excess stone that got to that limp David dick. Okay, that's the reason it was good. What is an editor? An editor, he takes film and he cuts it, and so he like excludes what does he do? He excludes parts of the film. And he's an editor. Yeah. He's cutting and removing. Oh, he's removing stuff, is he? Yes. It's excess stuff. It's not needed. It's not as good as the other stuff. Oh, so he's judging. He's a judgmental remover of stuff and a remover of stuff and an excluder. Really? Who is this guy? Is he even against rape? So it's just pussification personified in just like a singular sentence. I don't think exclusion is the answer. You are a coach. First of all, what a gift nothing job you have. You're coaching some fucking rinky-dink kindergarten bullshit league of females chucking up missed layups. And she's sitting here going, I don't even think the W in the WNBA should be a thing. Then, well, first of all, if anything is a fake thing, it's the B in WNBA. Okay, so I grant it's an association. I grant it's national. It ain't there's no B happening. You're a B happening. You're a B and a C. There is no basketball in the fucking WNBA. The one thing you guys have as diked out of your skulls as you are is that you are technically women. Okay, and even that, it's like an asterisk. It's like Sophie Cunningham is a woman. She fucks. Okay, you people scissor and like, I don't know, you know what a dog when it like grinds on the carpet? I think you do something like that, akin to that. But like, in no freaking universe is exclusion. You're so okay. WNBA excludes all men. Just all men. You're out. You are out of the WNBA. And there's all sorts of other good exclusions. Hey, we're doing the. This is the a run for. A run for 65 and overs. So this is for 65-year-old people and over. They're doing a like a 10K run. It's very impressive. Okay, well then, but this guy's 30 years old. Okay, but you can't run in this race. But that's exclusionary. Yeah, you fuck. Yes, you're excluded. Get out. Get out of our country, you goddamn beanbag. No, okay, that was performative.
I just don't.
Okay.
And she made that pretty clear.
I don't know that I would say that I'm educated enough from a scientific standpoint. I don't ever believe that exclusion is an answer.
She shakes her ponytail. She shakes her lesbian ponytail at us. I don't think exclusion is ever the answer. Okay, well then, let me come into your bedroom tonight. Don't exclude me from that. No, I'm not excluding you from my bedroom. It's just, I have a house and that has walls and doors. Oh, exclusionary walls and doors. So honestly, it's just a game. It's simply a game with women. It's just say things that sound good. So like, it doesn't matter what happened. George Floyd dies. Okay. There's a war somewhere. Israel, Ukraine. Okay. What am I supposed to say? Think of the children. War bad. Like what? Just, I don't care. Give me a fucking sound to just sing. I will parrot it. Oh, sing, hey, ladies, aliens have come and invaded, and they're sort of setting up shop. They're hovering over Johannesburg, and there's a bunch of them. We can't really communicate with them. We're not sure if they're hostile. Your thoughts? We should be We should be inclusionary, or like, are there gay ones? If so, I'm in favor of those. Like, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
I just don't. I just don't. I do think, when we think about various levels of sport, various governing bodies of sport.
Yeah, like there's actual sports and then there's shit tier female sports, right?
And things that go into that. Like I said, I'm not educated enough at the different levels.
What the fuck? What kind of cop out is that? What do you mean I'm not educated enough? Did you not even go to UCLA? Like what? Why? Why not? So wait, what education do you need to differentiate, to understand the W and WNBA? These people are not women. Okay, they're not allowed to cheat at sports. And she follows this up. It's a baffling thing she's about to say. Baffling thing she's about to say. where she thinks she's making a point in defense of these fucking dudes cheating in female sports.
I know growing up, I played with the boys all the time.
Yeah, because you're a bull dyke lesbian bitch. And because you suck at basketball, so your inclusion, quote unquote, with the boys was not seen as some unfair advantage because you suck. So it doesn't work in reverse, you goddamn uneducated mess. Unpretty bitch. What do you... for a woman to play against a man, first of all, the men's leagues are the apex leagues, so it's all comers. So, like, we have freaking Japanese people on our team. Who thought that was a thing? Well, they play good. With Shohei Ohtani, he's a great player. Yeah, but he's a Jap. But it doesn't matter. He can play the game. All right, well, then I guess we're just doing Japanese people playing sports now, and these freaking Latin dudes from the Dominican, dudes from the Dominican, dudes from dudes from the Dominican Republic and Venezuela. I guess they're going to be playing too. It's anybody gets to play. Well, what are the rules? It's open-ended. Well, can they be older or younger? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. It's Apex League shit. So there are no rules for a men's league because there's no unfair advantage. And especially there's no unfair advantage when a woman plays with a man. Duh. In reverse, you jackass, it is highly problematic when you include freaking buzzwords, when you're including biological men playing against women. That is unfair, obviously. You stupid shit. So women are so up their own snatch that they're relying on men to advocate and be on the fucking tip of the spear, tip of the laser, the spear, tip of the fedora to milady. We are now advocating for women's rights, as in women are a thing. I mean, if you're going to deny that women are a thing, then what possible case do you have for women's rights? Women aren't a thing. Hey, do you believe in civil rights for black people? Well, I don't believe black people are a thing. So my answer is probably no.
Not educated enough. Well, this comes as Clark's teammate Sophie Cunningham, who might be educated enough, well, she was booed for wanting to protect those female athletes.
So you have to understand the context here. This is Portland, Oregon. Okay, so we're in Portlandia. This is like a total shit show. And by the way, Portlandia, Fred Armisen and that girl, they are doing a podcast where they're talking about Portlandia. They're going back in time and reviewing it and being nostalgic about it. It's an interesting, like, sort of director's cut of those two sketch artists, of the cut of those two sketch artists. Musicians, by the way, and comedians, talking about a really good talking about a really good show, but they had insight into Portland, into the, like the feminist bookstore and shit like that. That's what is in this audience right here. Like these people are legitimately mentally ill. I have a friend, Mike Pierce, he's up in Portland or in the surrounding areas. I'll send you his address. Just send me an email. And he has to see this. He sees this every day. It's crazy. I mean, I hear cheers too. Like, I don't.
Some players even bailed on a press conference when asked what they thought about Cunningham and her stance.
This is shameless.
Take a look.
So these are this girl's name is Boston, and this girl is some other whatever. There are a couple of stars on the team, and they, instead of talking about Sophie, this is an extension of, I don't want to talk about white people. So I don't want my shine and my star. I missed 10 layups tonight. Let's talk about that. They hate talking about their white teammates, and they resent it. And so when a question comes about them, they just leave.
Speaking of that outside noise, Sophie, your teammate, Sophie came out with
Thank you. Have a good day.
Wow, great sisterhood of the traveling Spanx. Like, what? You're not going to have your back for Sophie? Sophie's out there advocating for women's rights like there was the same way J.K. Rowling did. This is bare minimum. There are no rights, by the way. This is just having fucking integrity about definitions and identities. Okay, there is no right here that we're even discussing. It's just, look at this face. Look at the serious face on this dude. Jesus Christ. And they just decide, oh, I'm going to walk out instead of have my teammates back and be like, Sophie's awesome. I totally agree with her. What's your problem? No, because she doesn't want the heat. She doesn't want to rock the boat. This would personally affect her. So this is where things matter. Are you going to put your name, your reputation, are you going to sacrifice anything? Sacrifice anything. So if I get her back and if I state a biological truth about reality, I might suffer in some way. Oh, and in that moment, when it mattered, the litmus test for this bitch was, and the other bitch, all these bitches, was to say, no, I care about myself and preserving my, maximal earnings and how can I benefit? It's just that calculation in the women's brain of, I want people to like me. And if I speak on this issue, some people won't like me. So therefore I shall be as fucking cowardly as humanly possible and just disgrace myself forever. Like forever I will be disgraced. Do you imagine? Devin, there was a YouTuber. Well, I'm not even a YouTuber, but like there was a fellow YouTuber who said that biological sex is real. No, he said that black people commit more crimes on average than other people. Your thoughts? No, I'm taking no more questions. I have to leave. Bye. Hold on. If I mention the black crime rate, I might suffer. I might be punished for that. I might be banned from Patreon and PayPal and YouTube. I might lose my career because I say that. I might lose it. So should I say it or should I not say it? What benefits me the most? I am a me benefiting machine. And in any given circumstance, machine, And in any given circumstance, I shall do a me benefiting calculation to benefit me. And there's nothing beyond that. It's just like, that's it.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, go have a nice douche.
The fans, however, they rallied for Cunningham in Portland ahead of last night's game. And they have another rally planned for tomorrow's game in Minnesota, where Coach Cheryl Reeve has said, quote, separate isn't equal.
Oh my God. Oh, so this bitch, now we're going to pivot to this bitch, who is as, if not more ugly than the last coach. And she's got this froed out, bespeckled mulatto. Speckled mulatto as her star player. And they actually beat the Fever. So her referencing separate is not equal is just a straight up retarded thing to say. It's a callback to white people, so it's an anti-white thing to say that. Separate but equal was the policy, which is a great and noble policy, and it's like we are separate from Bangladesh, but we're equal. No, that never works. We have to bring Bangladesh here. Okay. First of all, we're not equal with them, but they're talking about equal rights. So when the idea of segregation was not let's fuck over black people and give them second tier stuff. That wasn't the thing. That's what they pretend to make it into. They're saying, no, that was your intention all along. No, it turns out black people live the way they do, behave the way they do, and they live. I mean, look at every other country and compare their standard of living to blacks in segregation. Okay, so like the whole thing is just an anti-white hate crime. But she brings in black people because it's this other guilt thing. It's this other virtue signal. And people do this all the time. So we're talking about men pretending to be women and cheating in sports. So this is an actual women's rights issue. This is a real one. They brought in race, and she's saying separate is not equal. She's saying separate is not equal. The 30-year-old cannot compete in the 10K designed for 65 and over. They can't. They are separated. And it is equal and it is fair. And the idea that you're pretending that there's some principle about fairness, and the phrase separate but equal means everybody gets to be mashed together and there are no rules and nothing makes sense. So women play in the women's NBA. Men don't play in the women's NBA. That is not akin to separate but equal. Okay. There's no equality issue here. You are making that up because you want to appear awesome and you need a cause. It's actually sad when you think about it. It's like Luke Skywalker. He's taking a look at the dueling suns in his planetary system. It was called Tatooine. And he's like a farmer, a hydration farmer? I'm not even sure how that works. Just turn on the faucet. Like, what are we doing? And it's like, hey, Luke, what are you doing? I'm fighting an intergalactic battle against tyrannical forces. Are you really? Really? Well, could you clean your room and do your chores because the sun's going down. The suns are going down. Okay, but I'll do that right after I'm fighting for something because I'm like a civil rights here. What? Luke, no, you're not. You're a virgin. Shut up, dude.
And trans lives matter. All right, Tommy.
Cheaters' lives don't matter. We will not allow cheating. Trans women are not women. Obviously. And no, you can't play in the WNBA. It's a hard no. It's as hard a no as my it's as hard to know. This is a hard no. This is a women are not women, and no, you can't play in the WNBA. It's a hard no.
Gotta come to you first on this. There's a whole lot to unpack here, but I want to go back to I might not be educated enough to know that men don't belong playing on a basketball court or on any sport for that matter against women.
Look like a hostage video. I have to give a lot of credit, by the way, to Outkick, who's been at these press conferences. When you saw those players leave, it's because Outkick was asking the tough
Look at these MAGA Barbies, man. Like, just what the fuck?
questions. We appreciate them for their reporting.
I mean, the fake hair, just the whole do-up. Like, what is this? It's so like early Fox. It's just like bring in a blonde chick. It's God Lord. I like the gay black dude here, all suited up and appropriately conservative.
I'm not a scientific specialist either, but I can tell woman, man, and I just did it. I also like this point at the end where separate is not equal.
Yeah, explain to me. Why is that? I mean, will she go into the explanation I gave?
Trans lives matter. Okay, then to that rationale, then you guys should just play in the NBA.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a fair point. It's the logical conclusion. So if separate is not equal, then why is there a WNBA? You are separating from the men. And you want to talk about non-equality. Again, there's a difference between equality when it comes to political stuff like equal access and rights. And there's nothing equal about professional sports. These people are better than you. Men are better than you at basketball, like by a huge margin. So, like, it's not fair that Rudy Gobert is 7 feet something. It's not equal. Yeah. That's why it's interesting that it's not equal. These people are better at this shit.
And we'll see how many of you make it. I mean, you know how stupid it is to say, like, you can't separate men and women. Your league literally exists because you separated men and women. That's the only reason the WNBA is a thing, and they are doing their damnedest to make sure it's not a league anymore, by the way.
And you know what it is? It's the lesbian coaches, these virtue signaling bitches, they are cunts. So they always were cunts. If you gave them a microphone, under any circumstance, they're going to be a cunt. I mean, ask them about any issue. And they're going to run that software that's on their brain. Inclusion is good. Trans lives matter. Look at the shirt that this woman wears. This is the coach. This is the coach for Minnesota. She puts on a t-shirt that says trans kids belong. First of all, no one's talking about kids. So I just want to say something pleasant about kids. Belong where? Where do trans kids belong? Belong to what? Like, what are you talking? Cis kids belong, okay? Like, what is this attention you're seeking for these people? No one's talking about kids, so that is totally ridiculous. And again, this is a fluff nothing statement. Trans kids belong in their community, in life, in this state. Like, okay, great. Nice little motivational speech for a trans kid. They all probably have serious body dysmorphia and mental health issues and should probably be guided into a life of less resistance and more resistance and more in tune with nature and reality. So I would suggest that route. Be a gay if you want. Suck a little D if that pleases you. But like, or I guess the other. But you're attention whores. That's what you are. It's talking about this shit. So no one's talking about this shit. You're not special. Your mental illness doesn't make you special. Okay, like. Please refrain.
We see Cheryl Reed wearing a shirt today in support of trans kids. Trans kids belong on the shirt. This in the
Right.
aftermath of Sophie Cunningham's recent comments.
And I would like to give a shout out to middle-aged people with alopecia. I think they belong too. What? Wait, Devin, you wore a t-shirt saying middle-aged people with alopecia belong? Yeah. Alopecia belong? Yes, I did. Why? Okay, why? Okay, why? Why? Why would you say that? It's a nice thing to say, quite frankly. Watch, I'll do it again. Toddlers with arachnophobia belong. What? You heard me. I didn't stutter. Toddlers with arachnophobia belong. And you're just, advocating for toddlers with arachnophobia? Yes, there are people with arachnophobia. Some people are toddlers. There's a crossover. It's a concentric circle. It's toddlers with arachnophobia. They belong. I'm validating their existence. So, but why? Well, just because I'm me? Because I'm awesome? Because I have a platform? Because I can? Because I want you to like me. Hold on. Are you suggesting that you think that toddlers with arachnophobia do not belong? You're here to dismiss them? See, I don't think I think they do belong. And I'm here to speak on their behalf. And what about the middle-aged people with alopecia? No, them too. Them too. Is there anybody you don't like and don't think belong? Do you think Middle Eastern Muslim rapists belong here or in the grooming gangs in England? Not really educated on that. Don't really want to speak to that. Wait, no, fuck you, lady. I want you to tell me that Muslim rapists don't belong in England. I want to hear you say that. I want you to say, I want to exclude Muslim rapists. Say that. Say that word. Say those words. Say that. Say those words now. No, that won't suit me. It doesn't help me. If people catch wind, if people catch wind of that, they'll think of me as stern. They'll think of me as judgmental, and it's not as glowy and flowery and cunty as me to say something nice and pleasant, like the toddler thing, or the toddler thing, or the trans kids thing. Like, what the fuck? Women, seriously, look at me. Make eye contact with me. What in the actual fuck? Do you think we don't see what you're doing? Do you, what? Hello?
We actually saw Cheryl and Sophie speaking at center court pregame. And yesterday, Cheryl Reeves spent a lot of time talking at length with the media about this topic.
I would encourage anyone to go and listen to Cheryl Reeves' comments. Incredibly thoughtful, easy to find online.
Oh, we should go search for what she... Oh, we should go search for what she said. Look at this hero. Look at the windswept, slightly greasy-haired vibe. Wow, she's lesbian chic. Little fat roll, but, you know, come on. She had the C-section. It's going to be okay. Look at this shit.
In terms of, my views,
It's going to be okay.
in terms of, my views, as I said last week, I come from a space of inclusion.
I come from a space down under. Okay, the second she said space, it's just la la land. It's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, that's woman talk. I come from a space of inclusion. No, you don't. The first letter of the acronym of the fucking space that you belong to is exclusionary. It says W. It's women. It's the women's thing. First of all, you're piggybacking and borrowing the NBA's name and recognition and aura. Recognition and aura and credibility. So you're nothing like the NBA, nothing like it. So the WNBA, that means it includes women, it excludes everybody but women. By the way, you're playing basketball, so it includes basketball playing. It excludes every other form of human engagement. So it is not the so the WNBA is so the WNBA is not the basket weaving club. It is not golf. It is not cricket. It is basketball. So it includes basketball. It excludes everything else. And similar to that, it includes women. It excludes everybody but women. Very simple concept. And this fucking idiot comes out and says, I come from a space of inclusion. There's nothing about your fucking space that is inclusive in any way, shape, or form.
And the narrative that I think that is problematic is to...
Another buzzword. Another buzzword. Another female word. Problematic.
...suggest that, number one, that transgender athletes are the biggest problem in women's sports.
Misnomer. Misnomer. This is a straw man. No one's saying it's the biggest problem because most of them have the decency to not even try to be in the WNBA because it's fucking cheating. So, and also it's a false premise. For a problem to matter, it doesn't need to be the biggest problem. So the problem we're discussing right now is your brain and your statement, your policy, your stated position that you're not against men competing against women. Okay, that is asinine, and that's what we're here to discuss. We're aware that in practical terms, in modern day WNBA, there are no biological men playing because they shouldn't play because they're not allowed to play because it's the WNBA. So this is just a talking point of, oh, why do you care so much? It's not even a big deal. It's just a little bit of cheating. It's like, no, it's a massive paradigm shifting fuckery, warped perspective from an entire generation of loser idiot women like you. So it's talking about the larger transition. the larger trans issue. They aren't women. Okay, like, wake up. So this is when it matters, when you're competing. We had biological men fighting women in mixed martial arts. Okay? Like, the Olympics had a fever dream and started allowing biological women to fucking lift weights and steal all the medals from the women. Like, this is a real women's rights issue. The first one in decades. It's a real one. And you're failing on it miserably. Holy shit. Men are better at being women than women. I mean, according to like RuPaul. But like, we have a better understanding of women's rights than you, clearly.
So now I think this is what's bothersome, is that there's a faction of people in our country that are making this a massive issue. We have some issues.
No one cares about the other issues. You're pivoting, you're deflecting. There's people in this world, like, again, this is just a half-ass, or right-wing, white straight men are making an issue. No, you're just wrong about something big and important, and it has ramifications. And no, it doesn't have to be the biggest issue for it to matter. It matters. It matters.
Number one, we need to protect trans kids.
No one's talking about kids. No one's talking about kids. So why do women go to kids? Why do they play the kid card? Literally no one's talking about kids and protecting kids. Okay, kids. Hey, trans kids. Hey, mutilated, gay as shit, agate kids. You can't cheat. You can't lie to us. You can't piss on me and tell me it's rain unless I pay you. And that's been discussed beforehand. We don't do that. You're a fucking cheater. And by the way, you're mentally ill and you're a narcissist while we're at it.
Every kid. To me, it's a human rights issue.
Humans do not have the right to cheat and pretend to be other genders so as to gain favor and have an advantage over natural born women. That is not a human right. This is Luke Skywalker. I'll do my chores later, Dad. Sorry, Uncle. After I fight the evil rebellion, they're coming down in their TIE fighters. Luke, you're making shit up again. You're not in a human rights crusade, you stupid, dopey lesbian. Holy shit.
Every kid has a right to schools.
Every kid has a right to schools. Devin, what were you saying? I'm saying that arachnophobia is a real and powerful thing. It affects toddlers, and toddlers have the right to be respected for their arachnophobia, to have that be given space to breathe. They deserve to know that they belong. They deserve to know that they belong, that spiders are a threat, but also we're not going to sit there and diminish their experience. If a toddler has arachnophobia, that's a real thing, and we need to be aware of that. We need to cater to that, and we need to just sort of applaud the fact that they're living kind of a brave existence as a toddler with arachnophobia. And like, we can't understand that. We could support them, and I just think it's important to use our platforms to do so.
Regardless of gender diverse, transgender.
Gender diverse. Diversity, there's two genders. The gender's not even a thing. There's two sexes. You have two sexes. Wait,
Every kid has.
What did you just say? Did you bring up gay shit?
gender. Every kid has
There's no transgender. They're not transing anything. You cannot play female sports, men.
the right to access. Now, what gets nuanced is...
Oh, here's the nuance. This is where I sort of check out and let the men figure out the details. What gets nuanced is the steroids and the chemical levels and the sciencey stuff.
When you're beyond puberty. When you're an Olympic sport.
Yeah, well, beyond puberty, right? So we're wait a minute. No one was talking about kids. Now we're in professional sports, Olympic sports. It matters. This is like people have money and careers and livelihoods on the line. There's also the integrity. Also the integrity of the fairness of the game, which has to be maintained. If we don't have fairness in the game ceases to have any meaning whatsoever. And you're suggesting we eradicate that entirely. Good Lord. But so it gets nuanced where it's like, yeah, they're technically a man, but they've been dumping themselves with a bunch of fucking chemicals for a while, and they have some moobs. So, moobs? Half the dudes in the fucking NBA have moobs. Did you see Shaq in his final days? Unbelievable. Charles Barkley never didn't have a moob.
When we have scholarships and that sort of thing. That's where I say that common sense people get together and
you represent the common sense people? What?
And you find common ground to find a way. And you find common ground to find a way to be inclusive.
Okay. Okay, we're not going to be, no. What? Wait, your mission statement is to be inclusive? No, fuck that. Our mission statement, is to be exclusive. So, get out. No, it's, no, Michelangelo, not all the clay. No, Michelangelo, not all the clay gets to come to the party. Come to the party of the David statue. First of all, it's not made of clay. Second of all, the whole point of this being a statue, the whole reason we admire what freaking Michelangelo did, I think it was Leonardo da Vinci, whatever, it's one of the mutant turtles, is that he got rid of some of the clay. like he got rid of it. Where when you look at the statue of David, you're looking at the exclusion of the non-important, non-essential clay. Okay, we are praising the dude for exclusion. For exclusion. He's not a sculptor, he's an excluder. We love exclusion. We organize our lives around exclusion. Hey, you know that you have a partner and you slept in bed with your partner? Yeah. I was being inclusive to my partner. You excluded 8 billion people. That's one way of looking at it. I just don't like to use the word exclusion. Okay.
The answer isn't no.
Yeah, no, the answer's a hard fucking no. It's a hard no, men.
It is not the case that we have, quote, biological men. She threw up air quotes on biological men. Take those air quotes. Let me softly place those on my dick and balls. This ain't no This ain't no air quote, okay? And while you're there, could you rub it a bit like I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Air, do not do not do not air quote biological men, you fucking hag. Okay, so like, do you realize, like, how did we get Hansel and Gretel, that witch that was out in the woods in the Black Forest? How did she get there? Because I think that that woman might have been the coach of some sort of medieval female basketball league in Germany. And she said something like, she threw up air quotes when discussing biological men, and someone kicked her ass out into the Black Forest, which is where you need to go. Holy motherfucking Christ. So now, first of all, we were talking about the authenticity and the legitimacy of women. So like, women are a real thing. She just extended that stupidity to men aren't a real thing. So biological men get air quotes now.
In girls' locker rooms, the way it's being phrased, the innuendo there that somehow transgender women are predators.
Well, wait a minute. No, first of all, they're men. So also, men have attacked women and have disturbed the lives of women sexually and have been an unwanted presence in the lives of women for like, a million years. So like, what percentage of rapes and sexual assaults are men upon women? What percentage? So it's a totally legitimate concern that men are like, dude, back to Germany. In Germany, they have all women's gyms. Like, the gym is an all women's gym. You can't. I walked into one. They're like, get out. I was like, what? Why? Because this is not your space, and we're excluding you. Sorry, we're including women. Oh, so you're excluding men? I don't really like to say that. Okay.
Some kind in the locker room. There's a lot of narrative that is problematic.
It's not narrative, and it's not problematic. It's not narrative. It's not narrative.
That is problematic.
It's not narrative, and it's not problematic. It's not narrative, and it's not. It's not narrative, and it's not problematic. It's reality. So again, this is It's like, she's pretending that, first of all, trans women have never committed crimes, which is bullshit. She's also ignoring the threat that men pose to women in sensitive areas like a locker room or a bathroom. She's pretending none of that is real, which is totally fucking crazy. And it's the last thing a woman should say if she actually was a feminist or believed in women's rights. So if she has any sort of advocacy or wanted to support women, she would acknowledge the very real threat that men pose. Now, no one's saying that every trans person fucking doing their little make-believe shit is a predator or is going to be criminally deviant, but it's a threat that doesn't need to happen and shouldn't happen, and women should not be forced to suffer through their mental illness. And as a society, we should not encourage that to be the case. I mean, it's like, think of any public bathroom. Any man can use any male public bathroom. Okay. We're aware that a ton of those men are fucking psychos, homeless, deviant, rapists, killers, stabbers, migrants. All bad. No, different levels of bad. We're aware. We share a bathroom with those dudes. Those dudes have their dick in their hand right next to us. Okay, like there are threats in a male bathroom. Okay, we don't want the women to deal with our shit. Okay, like that's an unneeded added thing of bullshit that we're trying to save you from us. Okay, like take the fucking win, ladies.
That we need to address. That is simply not what's happening. I think we can take on the issue. There are more and more transgenders in our country.
So what? So what? That underscores the problem. You can't cheat, and it's a social contagion. There's more transgenders. So what? So what? There's more and more pit bulls in our country. Right, but so look, I'm concerned that pit bulls should not be in playgrounds with toddlers with arachnophobia. Okay, but that's not the biggest problem in playgrounds. It's not like the biggest thing. Okay, yeah, but it's a problem. And I don't think, pit bulls can maybe attack them. And I don't think toddlers with arachnophobia should be attacked in a playground. So maybe we should have a rule that you can't have a pit bull in a playground. Okay, but well, you're saying, see, I don't like that narrative. That's problematic. You're saying pit bulls all maul? And they all commit crime? They all attack? No. They all attack? No, I'm not saying that. They don't have to all do that. Most don't have to do that. If there's a slight chance, like it's just a good policy to have.
As years go by, there's going to come a time.
No, but I mean, look, yeah, exactly. There are more pit bulls, though. There's more and more pit bulls. There's like breeding situations. There's thoroughbreds. I think that's for horses. But, there's puppy mills and people like pit bulls. There are more pit bulls. Pit bulls keep growing. So shouldn't you just sort of relax on the pit bulls around toddlers in playground thing? Wait, what? What? No, that makes me double down on saying no pit bulls. No pit bulls in playgrounds. The fact that there's more of them, that's my point to you. And this woman is saying, look, just give up. Just give up. There's more transgenders, those fucking gays, the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they're all gay as shit. So give up on all your morals and your integrity and fairness and let them win. Let the cheaters win because they're so fucking deviant.
I've encouraged, just years ago, I encouraged the WNBA leadership. What's our stance?
Our stance is we're the W's. We're the W's. We have the V's. We like the D's. Well, that ship is. Well, that ship has sailed a long time ago. But we have. We're the W's, we have the V's, we like the D's, most of us like the V's. That's our stance. It's not a trick question. Bitch, it's really easy.
What are we going to do when this occurs?
We're going to say hard no, get the fuck out of here. You must be stupid, blind, ignorant, dumb. Hey, I'd like to play basketball in the WNBA. You're a man. So no. No. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're done.
We're going to be ready. Or we're going to be reactionary.
Yeah. Oh, our reactionary, another female buzzword, reactionary. Yeah, I'm going to react using common sense and honor
sense and honor and integrity and intelligence. I'm going to react in the appropriate way. I'm going to react in the. I'm going to react. I'm going to react in the appropriate way, which is to say, you're a fucking lunatic. No, you can't play in the WNBA. Be gone. Oh, that's so reactionary. Yes, I reacted. I'm reactionarying. I'm being reactionary to things in the world. I'm reactionarying to things in the world. Action, reaction, we react.
And so I think it would make sense for our league to be leaders in this space. And there's again, I don't want to go so detailed. There's a lot of nuanced issues when it comes to science and hormone therapy, et cetera.
Yeah, you could just pop hormones into a male body, and then it's fair for you to compete against women. Totally. A lot of nuance there.
I've chosen to educate myself about the space. I've chosen
space. That's like the third or fourth time she said space.
To listen to transgender family.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Listen to transgender family. Who gives a shit? Who gives a single shit? I'm the organizer of the 10K for 65 and overs. And I think it's, it behooves us that in this space, leadership in the space of the 65 and older 10K, we have to be ready to be confronted with the influx of 30-year-olds. There's more and more 30-year-olds. Every year, there's like this whole new batch of 30-year-olds. And they're everywhere. And when they want to come into this, and when they want to compete in the 10K for 65 and up, we have to be ready to be inclusive. And, I listened to them. I educated myself. There's a lot of nuance with this because, age is it's a binary. No, sorry, it's not a binary. It's a spectrum, age. And it's fluid. So age is always fluid. You're never the same age. And so it's constantly moving, and it's a lot of scientific considerations. But I listen to 30-year-old families, the family members of 30-year-olds. It's not just the 30-year-olds, it's the people in their support networks. And they have a perspective, they have things to say, and they have rights. For me, it's a human right issue. If a 30-year-old wants to compete in a 65 up thing, 10K, I just think that we should be on the right side of history in a weird way.
And what I know is exclusion is not the answer.
Exclusion is the answer. That might be a bumper sticker. Like that's the answer for Sweden, for Ireland, for Germany, for England, for America. It's literally the answer. Thank you for crystallizing it for me. Exclude. Like 1,000,000% it's the answer.
In terms of my views.
And then Caitlin Clark, looking morose and weird. She's with the original lesbian, and she's got her, all-star teammate on the side. And she chickened out of this shit, and she doesn't want the heat, and she's got too many brand deals, too much money on the table. And whoever Nike got to her and was like, don't fucking say anything about trans shit. Okay, do not become the J.K. Rowling of the WNBA. Just avoid. Okay, ladies, run the run the calculation in your software. You can't do push-ups. You can't do pull-ups. You need people to like you. I want you to like me. Don't say anything remotely controversial. Okay. You know how Devin said shit controversial? He was banned from PayPal and YouTube and Patreon. Do you want that? Do you want that? Yeah, but Devin was right. Yeah, but who cares? How did it serve him? Are you in this for personal benefit or not? Like, hello?
I think for us, like, you know, it's not really a discussion we really have in our locker room. I think it's for leagues and the governing bodies to work with their athletes to find solutions, but our focus is on basketball.
Right. Pass the buck, right. You're only the star and the voice and the face of the entire league. But yeah, don't worry about it, Caitlin. You know, it's just a little bit beyond you, I guess, even though your buddy and friend who has your back, literally has your back in every game you play, is being vilified by the world press and by the idiotic lesbians and dykes and stupid fucking frivolous people. And you're not going to have her back? Big of you, bitch.
And that's what we talk about and how we can get wins, and obviously we didn't do that tonight. So.
Yeah, it's terrible. We're really concerned about that mid-season loss you took up in Minnesota. Crazy, eh? That's where our focus should be. Let the governing bodies figure out what they're going to do. Find a solution to the problem of men want to play in a women's league. I wonder what the solution could be, ladies.
So you need to find an area to improve in that way.
Do you have any, reaction to the...
I just answered for you.
Thank you.
Right. So she's been gotten to, and, Netanyahu's up in her ass. I'm blaming the Jews in Israel for this, for show. Oh my God. And then we have a picture. Oh my God, I kind of spoiled. But I didn't think I could dislike anyone more than Clark. Why? Because she's white? Congrats, Cunningham. And it's this woman. Oh, that's a woman. Oh my. Is that spittle or is that like a lip pierce? Is that just like a piece of food? Look at the girth. Look at the shape. Look at that just ham pig. That is just a pot-bellied pot. Look at that. Look at that just pot-bellied pig. That is just a pig's haunch. That is the haunch. That is the thigh. Pig. That is the thigh and meat of a pig. Just sickening. Look at her. She's emo. She got the dark little... Ooh. Her fingers aren't morbidly obese. You got that going for you. Just gets worse and worse. Look at the gullet. What in the... Look at this shit. Just mounds of flesh. Just, oh, this is juicy in there. This region here. Oh my God. That's literally no man's land. Look at this. What in the hell is this? What in the... Look at the shape of her thigh. Oh my good God. Yeah, she should be behind bars. Like, this is like a fat fucking zoo. Unbelievable. Look at this guy. Some girl dragged you. Oh no, please. It's not like that. It's so not like that. Look at my wrist decor. I'm married. Gay marriage. Hello. Oh. I was about to say, is that Charlie Kirk? But actually looks like Federer. Okay. Wow.
So Sophie Cunningham throwing her hat in the ring. So Sophie Cunningham.
Okay, this is a final exhibition of female idiocy and cuntiness. Just this woman, legs crossed. I'm a podcaster, don't you know?
Throwing her hat in the ring of political grift.
How is she grifting? She said, I support girls? They're like, what?
And then turning around and saying,
how is it even political?
But you'd be surprised about my beliefs. A lot of people like to think I'm right wing, and I'm not. I believe all different things, but this to me just seems like common sense.
I like how right wing is a bad thing for them. Like it's just synonymous with bad. So it's not even issue by issue. It's just a label. You're bad. But see, people think I'm right wing, but I'm just more common sense. Ooh, that's a better phrase.
All you're telling us, Sophie, is that you don't really have critical thinking skills?
Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is just like a Hebe, or maybe not Hebe, but just a brunetti, sort of mad at a blonde woman who's tall and a millionaire. She's just like doing her thing and happy. And just like doing her thing and happy. And you don't have critical thinking skills? Right. So the woman who declares that women are women and women should play women's sports, she's not using her critical thinking skills, not like this podcaster. Oh my God, have you heard her brain? Listen to this brain go.
Or that you aren't interested in employing them.
Oh, you don't use your brain like this girl does.
You're taking the message that's being given to you by people that are highly invested in this dividing us.
There is a division in humanity, and it's called sex, and you have boys and girls. And when we have sports, we do divide so that the girls can have their own game and play amongst themselves.
And you're helping them sell it by not questioning it at all.
It's so totally fucking lame. So that's really actually disrespectful. She's saying, look, your ideas are not your ideas. They were given to you, and you're being used and manipulated by men, essentially.
Which is extra crazy, given the fact you're surrounded by people you could talk to about this issue to better understand it.
Okay, that's also deeply insulting and passive-aggressive and gaslighting. The people around her don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and she's about to say they're great because they're gay. They're great because they're gay. So you're surrounded by lesbians, therefore listen to the lesbians and take on whatever the lesbian tells you to think. So it completely refutes what, it spits in the face of what she just said, which was you're being used and manipulated by other people who are taking their ideas and you're just simply parroting their ideas. And she goes, here's a better solution. Here's a better solution to that. Let lesbians manipulate you and just take on their ideas because I like their ideas better. So, and by the way, this is her idea. So this podcaster is saying, adopt my idea. Don't think for yourself. Simply absorb whatever the lesbians say because after all, they're gay. So they're kind of in the know. First of all, being a fucking dyke doesn't mean you know anything about trans or biology. So I don't understand that little magic trick you just did.
Because the W has a lot of members of the LGBTQ community.
Right. And the W means woman. And so we're talking about biological sex and we're talking about fairness in sports. The fact that you lick pussy has absolutely nothing to do with this. So your sexual orientation means nothing, signifies nothing. It sounded very signifying nothing. Why would you bring it up? Who cares that you're a lesbian? Women are women, men are men. That has nothing to do with you licking snatch.
And now that word, community, is very important to people who are in that community.
Okay. I don't like people who pronounce the T in important. Or there's two T's. Or there's two T's. If you pronounce both T's in important, you're autistic and you're retarded. And people do this. Like people like a Candace Owens. There are people in HR departments. There are women who do this. Important. If you're punching both T's in important, you're a fucking asshole. Can I just say that? This is probably the most important thing I've ever said. Important. I think this thing is really important. Important. I can't stand it.
Because the W the LGBTQ community. And now that word, community, is very important to people who are in that community because they must consider and love and work on behalf of each other because historically nobody else is standing up and doing that for them.
What do you, so this is the make-believe, this is Luke Skywalker. This is, somebody has to work on behalf of gay people. What gay right? No one. Right. No one's, first of all, gays have every right, and no one's talking about rights of any kind. So, like, you don't have a right to be in the WNBA. What are you talking about?
And they're having rights taken away.
No, they're not. That is make-believe. Okay.
So the fact that you have such a strong gay presence in this sport.
This is apples and gay oranges. What does them being lesbian have to do with anything?
WNBA, the sport.
This is just victim Olympics. And she's going, no, they have more woke points than you because they're like of color and gay. So therefore, listen to them when it comes to trans issues and whether or not a woman is a woman. Just defer to them. It's fucking totally retarded.
You play, and you don't have a more nuanced understanding.
Nuance is the new N-word.
Of the issue makes me go, wow, so you just don't listen at all. You're just not interested.
Right. You're wrong. Oh God, we're back to you. You're wrong, and you need to be more nuanced like me and just listen to lesbians, and they'll lead the way to the promised land. I mean, a bewildering display of what is happening in the woman-verse and in the woke-verse, and like iterations of this shit happen all the time. So right now we're talking about a very simple concept of men not cheating in sports against women. We could be talking about Muslims and terror, blacks and crime, Jews and influence in Hollywood and casting choices, or in-group preference or anti-white hatred. Anything that is true, uncomfortable, ugly, it requires actual nuance. Like, not all blacks commit crime, not all Muslims rape, or commit terror. Not all Jews are anti-white. Oh, sure, not all pit bulls, right? We get it. But any topic that has some significance, some impact, I guess negative, violent, unpleasant things associated with it, women will act in the exact same way. So it's the same pattern over and over again. It's topic independent. We're talking about character. Character is destiny. And these people are just profoundly weak. It is a dizzying play. So fuck female professional baseball. Fuck the WNBA. Fuck their idiotic wannabe important cheerleader coach. Activist coaches. And by the way, the NBA has this too. The Spurs guy and fucking Steve Kerr, who's from my hometown, complete goddamn cunt asshole, complete douchebag cunts. A million other issues, black shit, virtue signaling to the fucking end of time. Women's sports should be imploded. You people are pathetically, woefully behind the curve on women's rights. Okay, hooray for Sophie Cunningham. Fuck Caitlin Clark and all of the teammates of Sophie Cunningham for leaving her out on the limb, and for your own self-interest, for your own money. We see what you're doing. It's totally despicable. And what's great is that Sophie Cunningham will go through the black hole. She will come out the other side. As in, she will not get money from the fat lesbians in Portland, but she will get money from normal America. Or right-wing America. So any non-insane person with common sense, any person who lived in the 80s or 90s, they will love her for this. Okay, so it is a refreshing, cleansing shower of sanity coming from a blonde woman who's 6'1". And we thank her for that. Keep doing what you're doing. Women are women, men are men. We literally are drawing the line in the sand, and we can do this over and over again. It will never budge. It will never change. You are losing this issue. Let it go. It's not happening. It's not gonna, fetch is not happening. Fetch is not happening. Fetch is not happening. Okay, I've never done this before. Okay, I've never done this before. This is a bonus round, bonus material. I've done the video. This dumb retard, I literally can't anymore. So this is another coach of another gaggle of lesbians, the Golden State Valkyries.
Think about.
Okay, well, Valkyrie. Valkyrie.
Think about.
Okay, well, Valkyrie, that's a female coded word, right? So it's purple, that's a female color. Female, women, that's a thing. You are a woman, you bleed out of your pussy. Okay, like, we get it. Natalie Nakasi, okay, this is her question. She wants to weigh in. Use your platform. This is your big moment. Remember, say things that people like. No, I did not make this. This is not AI. This is not AI. I have not seen this, by the way. I just know it's going to be bad, and I know it's going to mirror what those other dykes said, the coaches. Just watch. Look at the NPC hive mind. NPC hive mind of the woman. Watch.
I know you don't have the fever again in the regular season, but coming out of the break, one of the big news stories has been Sophie Cunningham and the protests for her and protests against her. And, you know, they had a national televised.
Imagine, this is such, you could already tell she's nervous. Here's the answer, Pocahontas. Sophie Cunningham stated a very basic fact about human biology. There are men and there are women. We love and support everyone. She could even add, we love trans people. So wink, wink, like the gay kid. The gay kids who want to play make-believe their whole lives and mutilate their bodies, we support and love them too. The thing, they just can't play in our league. Because we have a league called the WNBA and it's women. So it's biological women. So I support you, you can vote, you can do whatever you want to do. You're not allowed to play in this league because we have rules and we have sanity in our society. Okay, so you just can't do that. And you don't have a right to do that. You don't have a right to do that. And by the way, this is all main character syndrome bullshit. It ain't about you. Okay, man? Hey, man, trying to cheat at sports. This is not about you, you fucking cheater. This is about the women, the actual booby Americans, the vaginal Americans, those women who actually do want to play in a female sport, who have earned the right. It is their right to play in this thing because we decide that reality is a thing and we can understand reality. We use words to describe it, and we have things called women. That is a real thing. I mean, we will not be gaslit in perpetuity over anything, period, and not some rope, and not some stupid rinky-dink issue like whether or not sex is a thing. Okay, you people, your narcissism is not greater than my allegiance to sanity. Okay, so I will not yield to your mental illness and go, you know what, I guess nothing means anything and fuck it. I mean, these people are throwing up the Monopoly board because they don't own Park Place or Boardwalk. Because they don't throw the Monopoly game up. That's why. Because they don't own Park Place or Boardwalk. Because they don't own Park Place or Boardwalk. That's why. So throw the Monopoly game up and then all the paper money. It doesn't mean anything. Roll the dice. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You were losing at the game anyway. So if throwing up the Monopoly board can help you, who gives a shit who it affects? I want to be a girl. You're a boy. I don't care. Just be a gay dude, you fuck. No, I want to be a girl. Or Elliot Page, I want to be a man. I'm going to be a Greek warrior. I'm a Greek warrior. I'm super masculine. We welcome you to the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
Game today, and Cheryl, wore a shirt, and it's just a conversation. I'm wondering, just what do you think about it? Do you think that's good for the league? Does it detract from the basketball? Is it
what the fuck? It's not. It isn't basketball. Is it good for the league? It's attention. It's people talking about it. People are paying attention. I mean, I've never heard of the Golden State Valkyries in my life. The first time I've ever heard about it. Look at it. It's called Valkyries United. There's a picture. Why is she white? Oh my God, that's so... Read the room. Jesus.
Is it just noise? I'm just wondering what your opinion is.
Oh God, can this woman pass the test? I mean, imagine how women are trained for moments like this. It's unfucking believable.
I think, thank you for that question. I think just
buzzword, count, take a shot. Every time a buzzword comes, take a shot.
Just in terms of how I'm seeing it is...
Here's a clue. Say something that makes you personally come out smelling like roses. Okay? So forget the issue, forget everything. Here's the software. Here's the calculation. What would make people like you more? Just go with that.
If I could answer with, like, for me, sports is about belonging.
No. Sports is about rules. There's rules. A three-pointer is when you shoot behind the line. If your toe is on the line, that's not a three-pointer, that's a two-pointer. I just think 3 points belongs and 2 points belong, and scoring, I think, is subjective. No, actually, no, it's objective. There's a timer. We have a clock. We have rules. This is either a foul or it's not a foul. It's either a three-pointer or it's not a three-pointer. She let go of the ball before the buzzer or not. Okay, it has nothing to do with belonging.
Sports is about belonging.
And also, people don't belong. No one belongs in the top level of sports. Like 0.000%. And only them for a certain amount of time until somebody else replaces them. So literally no one belongs. I think you've got confused. That's the AYSO, the American Youth Soccer Organization. This is not a come one, come all, everyone, let's get together. I think you're thinking of something completely and totally universally different from top level professional sports. Couldn't be more wrong if you tried.
It's about inclusivity.
There it is. It's about inclusivity. Nope. It's literally the opposite. So first of all, you have how many people on your team? Like 15 people? 15 women? You're 15 women, 20 women. You're excluding every 8 billion people from your team. So no one belongs on the Valkyries. No one belongs there. No one has the right to be there. It's not inclusive in the fucking slightest. It's exclusionary to the nth degree. These people are paid money to profit the fucking owners to put on some entertainment, which is barely that. In what universe? How on earth can a woman sit up here and say that when it's up here and say that a woman sit up here? Can a woman sit up here and say that when it's set up? Can a woman sit up here and say that when it's couldn't be further from the truth? No one belongs on a professional female sports team. No one. No one has the right. No one belongs. And your policy, your goal, your premise should not be include everyone. No. No. And everyone, maybe for a tryout, if there's an open tryout for the WNBA, everyone can come. Unless there are rules. There are rules? Yeah, you have to be a woman. Okay, well, I have a great dog here. It's a female dog. She's a golden retriever. She sometimes I throw a ball and she can use her snout and kind of hit the ball. It's like she'll tip the balloon up in the air. I'm thinking it's a basketball skill. I want my golden retriever dog. I want my golden retriever to try out for this WNBA team at this open workout. Is that wrong because it's a dog? Wait, what? What was the whole societal? No, I won't because it's a workout. Is that okay? Will you include my dog? No, I won't because it's a dog. Wait, what? What was the whole thing about belonging? Everyone should belong? And you're inclusive? Yes, but that's a dog. Okay, but so you're putting your societal labels onto stuff? What if my dog doesn't think she's a dog?
My dog's never said she's a dog. She doesn't self-identify as a dog. And, what about, are you educated on this? I mean, because it gets nuanced. She is a mammal. Like, you don't believe in mammal rights?
It's about allowing everyone to be their authentic self.
No, it isn't. What are you talking about? You're cheating in sports. Look at these crazy eyeballs. Holy shit. What kind of batshit? Oh my God. Be your authentic self. You're authentically cheating.
I'm big on that just because I have been criticized for my height, for
what the fuck? Wait, what? I'm tall, therefore men can play against women in sports? Who criticized you for your height? Clearly it got you into basketball. You profited off your height. Your height was an advantage for basketball, and it isn't cheating. Being tall is not cheating in fucking basketball, unless you're in a 6 feet and under league. There are leagues that are 6 feet and under, and in a league like that, just to maintain sanity and Western civilization, we should probably not have over 6 feet tall people, over six feet tall, over 6 feet tall people in a 6 feet and under league.
my ethnicity.
What? She pulled her ethnic card. Look, I'm sort of an Asian, so, I'm a gook, so there's that.
I've been in those, you shouldn't belong here.
What? No one said that. No one said that. That's total bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, I'm tall and I'm an Asian, so, I guess men should play against women.
Many times. And for me, I don't want that space, especially Golden State, to ever feel like that.
Yeah, San Francisco. Right, so I'm tall and I'm Asian is my response to what do you think about men competing against women in your sport, which is a female sport? Well, I don't want to be the guy. Sorry, the girl. I don't want to be the girl who has to tell someone that they're a boy. Like, I don't want to, like, somebody else do that. Okay? It's such a passing of the buck. Do you not see the naked weakness here? Hey, head coach Natalie Nakaisi, you're aware that the Muslims are raping women in England at a crazily disproportionate rate. Would you like to condemn the Muslim men raping women in England, please? That's not really something I'm wanting to do. I'm against rape of all kinds. No, but I'm specifically talking about the disproportionate Muslim men raping women in England. I just want you to address them and condemn them for what they're doing. Yeah, but that goes against my hardwired coding. So, like, I'm a woman and I have an upward inflection in the things I say because it's disarming in a weird way where I'm not asserting something. I'm just something. I'm just asking the question in the tone of my voice in a weird way. So I'm sort of laying over on my belly going, I'm submissive in a vocal way to you. If that's okay. I can't do push-ups or pull-ups. Oh God.
So I'm all about women.
No, you're not. Literally couldn't be less true if you tried.
Little girls deserving.
Stop going to kids. Do not hide behind kids. We're talking about adult people cheating in adult sports.
To play, and that includes trans women.
No, trans women are not a thing. If they want their own trans women leagues, they can do that, and no one would watch, and no one would care, and no one would care, which to them is a fate worse than hell. Is a fate worse than death. Them is a fate worse than death. Because that would be irrelevance. They can't main character syndrome. They're not even in a movie. No one's even watching. No one cares. So they're trying to hijack our shit, mainstream society shit. They're trying to build relevance and self-worth
self-worth off of their victim narrative and their stupid fucking fantasy LARPing as a member of the opposite sex. That's their goddamn personality. And if they were to have their own leagues, no one would care and no one would watch them. And to them, they're like, well, then fuck that. That doesn't serve me. It is narcissism.
So I'm all about inclusivity.
Oh my God. Wow. So this is a mass delusion. Women, stand up and distance yourself from this immediately, or I will assume you are the same. Okay? So if you're going to be one of the good pit bulls, you need to bark that to me now. Just astonishingly pathetic performance by adult women on an issue that should not be an issue. It's not a moral issue. It's not a scientific issue. It is the stupidest shit that we are sitting here having to spend our time to discuss. Absolutely breathtaking. What in the actual fuck, women?